How's it going, guys? Cameron here, the Canadian Gamer, coming at you with another video. Busted out the expensive camera today. Eat your heart out gaming off the grid. How do you like me now? Beautiful 1080p. I could shoot in 4K, but as I've explained before, the amount of time it takes for me to render a video in 4K and then upload it to YouTube, it's hardly worth my time, okay? So today's beer of the day, Modelo again. Addicted to Modelo. Hope you're all doing well. As far as content is concerned, I can put out videos. I have no problem. But as far as game reviews are concerned, I'm in a bit of a quagmire. So I am stuck. I am really stuck on the second final boss on Metroid Dread. I don't know what to do. I've sort of walked away from it. I had to move on. Maybe I'll go back to it. We'll see. I'm knee deep in The Witcher 3. I am in chapter 2 out of 3 chapters. I am really enjoying it, but it is a marathon. It is a sprint, not a run. Is that how they say it? And it's going to take me a while to get through this. And then, of course, the Blood and Wine DLC as well. So this game here brings me to today's topic of conversation, and I'll explain why in a minute. So Ken's Games Collection asked me to talk about this. I was already thinking about talking about it. Talking about the proposed tariffs that Donald Trump has imposed on Canada, China, and Mexico. Now, when Ken's Games Collection asked me to post a video on this topic, this was before the tariffs were paused for 30 days for Canada and Mexico, and I'm not quite sure about China. I'm not quite sure. I was thinking about talking about it anyways, and then after the tariffs were paused, I'm like, is it even a topic of conversation? But I guess it is, because we don't know. In less than 30 days' time, the tariffs may kick in. So the question is, and I don't think it affects Ken's because he's down under. He's in Australia, so he's not going to be impacted by the tariffs, I don't think. But let's just say in less than 30 days' time, I don't know what day it would be, March 2nd. Let's say there are 25% tariffs applied to goods and services, anything being brought into Canada from the US. That is not oil, because as far as it stands right now, oil would be subjected to a 10% tariff. Would the tariffs directly or indirectly affect the cost of video games, video game consoles, video game accessories, anything video game related in Canada? I have no idea, to be honest with you. I have no idea. So these games here that I have, Red Dead Redemption 2, The Outer Worlds, The Witcher 3, and Starfield. These are, from what I picked from my shelf that you guys can't see, these are the last 4 games that I recall paying full retail for. Full price, nearly day one. The Outer Worlds, I paid $79.99 for that when it came out. I originally bought this at full retail before I got rid of it and bought it again for $5 at the thrift store a year ago. So, with all that being said, where are these games being manufactured? I don't even know, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'm guessing these are coming from the US. Microsoft, Xbox. I don't know about Sony. Are they coming from China? Or are these being produced in Canada? It's something to look into, I guess. I have no idea. I don't know. I have no clue. I haven't thought about it. Limited Run Games is obviously being produced in the US. Those games. Or are they? Or are those being outsourced to China? I have no idea. Even if these games were being produced in the US and in Canada together, and there were no price increases from tariffs on brand new games in Canada. The reason why I say that is because there's a lot of beer that you think would be produced in the US or Mexico, and it's actually produced in Canada, like Corona. There's like a Corona factory. There's a factory in Canada, in Quebec, that produces Corona, because you can see it on the Corona bottles in Canada, and it says Quebec right on it. So that's what I'm saying. So the question is, though, is like, if there were tariffs, that automatically is going to affect the Canadian economy, because what happens is all the companies out there, grocery stores, you name it, they jump on whatever the media says. So if they say there's tariffs, everybody jumps in on it and raises their price. Just like when there's talk about a dwindling economy, that is money in the pockets for grocery stores, pharmacies, everybody jacks their price up. Everybody wants to make more money when there's talk about a weak economy and tariffs. It's predatory. So I don't know. I can't really answer the question. I guess we'll have to do some research after today's video and really try to understand where these games are coming from. Are they coming from the US into Canada? If they are, then I guess these are going to be subject to some tariffs, right? So instead of paying $79.99 for a brand new game, you slap 25% on that. Well, I guess we're up to over $100. So I guess I'm not buying brand new games anymore, because I'm not paying $100 for a brand new game. I refuse. So if a PS5 Pro is how much? $699? So with 25% on that, it's going to be like almost $900 after tax. We have options, right? You can buy this stuff used. You can buy these games used. That's always going to be an option. So for me personally, even if there were price increases due to the tariffs or the economy, I personally can find my way around that. That is not a problem. Whereas I was in GameStop yesterday, and I overheard some guy who was about my age, maybe a couple of years older, and he was in there inquiring about an Xbox One X. He didn't even know what he was looking for. He was in there for his kid. And the guy who's giving him the sales pitch was talking about the benefits of the Series X and the Series S and all the rest of it. That consumer doesn't understand that you can go to the pawn shop and buy a used console. He doesn't understand. He just wants brand new. And for that, I get it. Some people don't like used electronics. Some people want brand new with a warranty. Fair enough. But that's not me. But I am telling you, if the tariffs kick in on March 2nd, and it's going to affect the cost of video games in Canada, and it's going to cost over $100 for a brand new game, I'm not paying over $100. I refuse. I will go onto the classifieds and buy it, and I'll buy it secondhand off somebody else for $20 less. So it's not a big deal for me, but I can understand how that could turn somebody else off for sure. For sure. It's going to affect some people more than others, right? I totally get that. It's funny how this is all happening around the same time that GTA 6 is allegedly going to be $100 when it comes out. $100 USD. That's going to be like $120 Canadian. That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. So, I don't know. I can't fully answer the question. We're going to have to wait until March 2nd. But I got a feeling things are going to start to go up in price regardless, because I went grocery shopping this morning, a little bit off topic, but even though the tariffs are paused, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The grocery store still took advantage of the media sensationalism of the tariffs, and I swear, a bag of baby carrots that used to be $3.99 is now $6.99. I swear to God. So that's it. To be continued. Can't really answer this question right now. It's in limbo. We have to kind of wait and see. I'm going to have to come back on March 2nd and continue this topic of conversation. We'll see what happens on March 2nd. If tariffs kick in, are the prices going to change overnight? I have no idea. Leave it in the comments below. You guys are more educated than me. Let me know. Please let me know. Where are these games being manufactured? Where are they coming from? Have you guys ever thought about that? Are these games coming to North America on a ship from Japan or China or Indonesia or Taiwan? I don't know. Are they being manufactured in all countries? That's a possibility. Especially with Microsoft, especially with Xbox. There are plenty of places out there that can manufacture video games, I imagine. These aren't all coming out of Redmond, Washington. I don't think so. I don't know. I've never really looked into it. Something to look into, right? Nintendo games, Nintendo Switch games. Where are they being made? Where are those games being made? I have no idea. So let's leave it there for now, and let's come back to it on March 2nd. But let's just start the conversation. Let's get it going. Let's start talking about it down below. Wouldn't that be something if all the games were actually manufactured in Canada? And all you guys that live in the US are going to have to deal with our tariffs, our counter tariffs. Wouldn't that be something? Anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good night.